Hey everybody, welcome back. Some more Final Fantasy Tactics A2. So we're gonna pick up a side quest today. Let's check out what we have to pick from here. Medicine, cactus fruit. Get some cactus fruit, deal target wood. We get a oh, we need to drop off a cactus fruit. Do we have that? We do not. Okay, so we can't do that quest. That's a delivery quest. Okay, that explains it. So we have a delivery quest here to give someone cactus fruit. Well, we'll have to keep an eye out for where we can get that. This one's just a battle in the Targ Woods. Green domination. Ooh, if memory serves, this actually unlocks a class force that I want. Let's take this. So yeah, classes are unlocked through quests. I believe they're all side quests, but there might be a major quest or two that unlocks a class. It's just an extra little incentive to do all the side quests, because you never know which ones are going to give you classes, unless you've done them before, or, you know, if you Google it. So it's time to unlock some green mages. So we're not allowed to use reaction abilities. Again, they're throwing us softballs, because we have no reaction abilities. And I believe we only have 6 members of our team, actually, so I think we can get a full roster going here. Alright, so I see a treasure chest over there, and I don't actually remember if that's something we can just grab, but we have a thief who can go check. I mean, I don't think it matters that he's a thief, but he's close to it. Alright, so green mages. If memory serves, green magic is effect magic, both positive and negative. So that's a pretty interesting class, actually. Probably very useful, a high-level green mage. And they use maces. I believe they're a little bit hardier than your average mage, but not by a whole ton. Audio's cutting out a lot on this one. It's not computer performance, that's fine. Let me just test a thing real quick. Sorry about that, just had to test some more sound settings. Turns out this is the best one, unfortunately. Seems like the rain effect might be part of what does it. Okay, so we do have the cure spell still to use. But we are a fencer, so let's go with some melee attacks for now. We kind of want to quarter them off, which is good because they're moving like idiots. So it won't be too hard to do that. Take treasure. Potion. We already have a bunch of them, but whatever. Let's kind of go to the side a little bit. I am a little bit worried about grouping up, because I don't actually know what spells they know at the moment. You know what? I believe I can check. Wrong button? Correct button. What abilities do you have? None. Really? Did none of you know any spells? I'm just gonna check 2 to save time. I'm getting the feeling none of them actually know any green magic. Okay, so they're basically just bad melee fighters then, in terms of this fight. That's interesting. I know they want to throw us a softball at the beginning of the game and everything, but didn't they think that maybe this one's a little bit too much of a softball? Whatever. Easy mission then. Maybe I'll do 2 in this episode. I don't think I really need to... Oh, right, I do also have black magic, and now's a great time for it. So no reaction abilities, so I can use fire. Okay. Well, it doesn't do much damage to them individually, because they are mages, so they have better magic resistance than they do defense, but still, hurt 3 people. Animal bone. Now, I don't really remember what items I want to grab to get really good stuff. That's a pretty hard thing to remember, really. And plus, I haven't played this game in a couple years. So, we're just gonna have to wait and see. Yeah, they're punching completely unarmed, and they're not very physically strong classes in the first place. They are doomed. Maybe the one in the back's got a spell. Let's see. Are you gonna cast anything? Nope. Oh, you do more damage though. Do you have a weapon? Hey, you've got a mace. Let's check this person, see if they know a spell. Hey, this person actually knows spells. What's spellbound? Increases the duration of buffs and debuffs. That's good. Well, on the user, so extends debuffs on the user is bad, but we can always recover that. They got blind and sleep. Those are pretty good spells. Again, see, this is why a green mage could be pretty good. Don't know if it's the best class to stay on. I don't believe the stat growth on it is anything amazing. But the spells are worth learning, definitely. Opportunity. There's a chance units occasionally receive an opportunity turn in which they can use unique commands. Depending on adjacent, change depending on adjacent, oh, right. Try moving the unit to different locations to find one that'll help you the most. Yeah, the number of people nearby determines what bonus they get. I don't remember how the game dictates when you get these. Raises resilience. Don't really need that, so I'm not gonna use it. I don't know if that wastes it or not. I actually don't remember. I actually forgot that was a mechanic in the game until now. So you might notice there's like a pot thing back behind where they are, way back here. That's another item we can pick up, so I'm actually gonna start moving in to go get it. We're breaking formation a bit doing this, but I don't feel particularly threatened. I don't think we're really in any danger of losing this. So I've got no issue with breaking formation a bit. Actually, you know what? I think I'm actually gonna move to the side here, so I keep leaving them open for a spell. So I can blast them with some black magic without hitting each other. Don't want to end up hitting my own guys with it. Should have checked if they had any weaknesses, but it's not super common that that they do. Weaknesses are usually more common in beasts rather than other people. Can't believe that wasn't a finishing blow. 5 health left. 4 damage. That is abysmal. Oh, critical hit. Double damage on that one. And it pushed me back a tile. That's something that happens with critical hits sometimes. I believe critical hits in this game are dictated mostly by luck. Blind spell. That's actually not a bad hit percentage, considering blind is a pretty powerful one. Ooh, missed. Good. Blind makes your chance to hit melee attacks very low. How much gil would I actually steal? Let me check. I don't know. Let's give it a chance. We were a little short on money. Ah, damn. Well, it was worth trying. We're not really in any danger. You know what? Let's take this opportunity to cast a spell again. Let's use Thunder. Don't think it'll do anything extra, despite them being in water and it's raining, but whatever. Looks cool. Just finish that off with a bow. Okay, can we reach that? No. Gonna have to wait another turn. Alright, nothing much he can do at the moment. So, let's... Yeah, I guess we'll just finish this person off. They're the last person who doesn't have a weapon. And you can go in the water and fight. Now, water does make you not quite as good at combat. Love that animation. I believe it's actually the same animation from... Well, it's a slightly upgraded version of the animation from Tactics Ogre on Game Boy Advanced. Which I believe Tactics Ogre came out after Final Fantasy Tactics on Game Boy Advanced. Or is it Game Boy Advance? I never could get that straight if it was Advanced or Advance. I think it's Game Boy Advanced. Like with a D. With my horrible, horrible Canadian accent, I don't pronounce that D very well, do I? Well, you're just gonna have to deal, comment section, who love to rag on my accent. I'm sorry, how dare I be born somewhere else? Whatever, it's fun. Oh, there we go. Okay. Curious as to what's in that treasure chest-like thing, but I get the distinct impression it's gonna be like a potion. Something I'm probably never gonna get around to using. You don't use items much in this game. It's not that they're useless or anything. I mean, I probably should use them more. It's just, You know what? That might be good. I don't entirely know what that is. All right, let's try to steal Gil again. 50% chance. Hey, I think we got it. 90. That's not worth doing. It's almost nothing. I do like that currently our team has 2 different people who can cast Cure. I think that's pretty good. Have a little bit of a variety in who throws healing spells, and one's a mage and one's a melee, so they're going to be in different areas on the battlefield. It's just nice knowing that you've got a few times in a full turn when you can throw a heal on someone who really needs it. Even if the fencer's probably not throwing the strongest healing spell in the world. Then again, none of our teammates are throwing the strongest healing spell in the world yet, considering how low of a level we all are. Let's throw a blizzard down here, and I think we've got this one handled. Perfect. Now, I'm going to let this episode go a bit long and do another quest, because it feels like this was a pretty minor little thing. Yay! Green Mage job is now available. I do like that they throw a job at us really early just to teach players, like, hey, there can be a real good reward for doing this. MVP! I believe MVP just gets extra experience. I could be wrong. MVP, it tries to determine like who did the best. Ooh. The Barong is a 2-handed sword, I believe. Iron Helm is just kind of a generic helmet for protecting people who wear heavy armors. New abilities mastered. And the last thing was eye drops, which cures blindness. Let's check our unit info real quick. Who mastered what? Who mastered, was it Shield Bearer we just mastered? Yep. Okay, and you mastered Focus. Well, we don't have another bow for you yet. Let me just look at my chart here. I want an Archer Hunter. What do you need to become a Hunter? Hunter. 3 actions mastered for Archer. Okay, well, till we can get a new bow, you're just gonna have to sit pretty. Let's see what we can get in the shop. Can we unlock anything new? Oh, fencing foils. Well, I do need a new rapier. Hey, we're getting something for it. Don't know what that is. Estoc, Feather Blow, and for an Elementalist, Boulder Crush. Well, there we go. We can finally get a weapon that starts progressing, what's-her-face to the next thing. Belna can start getting progress towards her next class. Just gotta equip one of those. I do like the fitting room. I think it's a very good idea for really streamlining the inventory management. Because this game does incentivize having a big clan. So we can sell the old rapier, because that doesn't teach us anything. Rend Power for Soldier. Okay, so we do have something that teaches us soldier stuff now. This is a 2-handed sword, because it's a great sword, which means we will have to drop the shield to use it. However, it will start teaching us another soldier ability, which is very much worth it. Also teaches Parley with a Paladin, which I believe might be I think it's like just do an attack that does less damage. There are very few instances when that's useful. I believe it's useful in conjunction with a hunter if you're trying to catch an animal for a morpher, which I don't think I have a morpher on my list, but we might get a morpher at some point just to show off what they're like. They're a very interesting class that Numu can be. Okay, let's go ahead and we can remove the shield, switch to a Barong, and actually let's also give you that iron helmet. Less resistance, more defense. Just going through the equipment real quick, reminding myself of what we have. Okay, we don't have a whole lot to work with right now, so this will have to do for now. But let's do another quest this mission, this episode. So I still don't have cactus fruit? Right, I don't. I have enough negotiation though, because it says I require 3, and as you can see on the right, I do have 3. I also have 10 clan points, which I don't remember what those are for. Okay, well, let's do the next main quest then. You always know it's the main quest when it's at the top, and it has no time limit on it for days. Drive off those brigands, the yellow wings. All right, we get earthstone, needles, scales. More basic crafting stuff early. Good chunk of cash. All right, I'll be happy to take this. It's always nice to do a lot of side quests before your next main quest, because not only is it an opportunity to level up, but it's also an opportunity to sell some things at the bazaar and end up getting new gear to get new abilities. And you really want to minimize the amount of time that you're not learning a new ability, because the sooner you get to the advanced classes, the sooner you're leveling up as the advanced classes, and the advanced classes tend to give you better stat gains. So the sooner you get doing that, the better your character is going to end up. I do wonder what the price they're asking for is. I mean, they're just a bunch of waylaying brigands, so it's not exactly like I want to pay the toll. That was actually not a bad burn. Okay, who do they have with them? I see a little bit of animation at the top left there, so there's another guy up there. Can't use ice, that's not a problem. Okay, I can only bring 5 people with me, because Sid's already here. So what do they have? They have an archer, okay. Archer, black mage, thief, animist, and a white monk. So they've actually got a passable team right there. They're all just called Yellow Wings, either than Kid. Alright, well, obvious choice is our white mage, because he's essentially a red mage right now. He's got white and black magic. I want to bring my fencer. I definitely want to bring my Benga white monk. And last guy, I think I want to bring my archer. I gotta level up my thief to make him useful, but at the moment, he's our least useful guy, definitely. He's not particularly hard-hitting, his ability is not particularly good. So, we'll bring our A-team right now, because this mission will be harder than the previous 2. Not that it's gonna be terribly hard. I hate how long it takes her to cast focus on herself, but they really want to give players time to read it in case it's something long. Alright, we'll just move up here. So we need to defeat all foes, got it. I think Kid might know counter, but it might be too early in the game for that. Yellowing's using 100% wool, right, that's is that shell and protect, right? So he cast Shell and Protect on himself, so essentially his resistance and his defense have both gone up temporarily. What is the range on my bow? Because I just want to start taking shots. Okay, well, it's not going to do much, but it's something. All right, so this is our first kind of legit battle. It's not doing any tutorial stuff. No one's a complete soup can to knock over. Yeah, we still do have Sid as a guest helping, which definitely helps a lot, because Sid does hit hard. He just uses Body Slam basically every turn, which is a warrior move, where he does a lot of damage and takes a little bit in return. I think he takes a quarter of the damage he does in return. I think that's how the rule works. His AI is not good, as you saw there. Like, he just turned his back to a pretty dangerous enemy. So, not always the smartest. Ooh, that's good damage. Alright, I feel like we can pretty confidently move up and just cast some black magic. With this positioning, it's not a ton I can do. I think it's a higher priority for me to take out the white mage. I think he probably hits harder. Not that I think it's super dangerous. Kid will probably act a lot more often, actually, and might rack up more damage because of... Oh, yeah. Never mind, he's not a threat. He barely hurts me. What's he got, a jackknife? That's a really weak dagger. Jackknife is what we're using just because it's dirt cheap. Almost got him. Alright, I'm actually going to turn my back to him because he's not acting until after I can finish him off. Alright, so how much are you going to do with that focus shot? Not much. Okay. My only real woo, that was a crit. My only real concern when it comes to damage is this black mage here. We do have a very physical-centric team. Yeah, that's a good amount of damage there he's doing. Especially considering he's hitting multiple people. But it's not really going to be a big deal. Breaker. We've got two different people who can cast white magic. So I'm not overly concerned. Sorry, I love the sound effects in this game. Alright, well, the Animist is probably going to be the tankiest guy we have to fight now that the White Monk is down. Well, actually, White Monks aren't even that tanky. None of the guys on his team are very tanky. But the Animist is probably going to be the tankiest entirely because of his abilities. He's got some good defensive abilities. Let's take the high ground here. We are an archer. And just start whittling down his health some more. Ooh, critical hit, although that still didn't do much. I'm guessing Sid's gonna go for Kid. Body Slam? Yep. That will probably be the finishing blow. But it's not always that exact amount that it shows. See, like right there, he actually did more, which was not in his favor to do more damage, considering that meant he took more. We got a passable item for this early on from it, though. Although I believe they're all fixed items. It's always going to be the same one. I could be wrong. I'm sure the comment section will correct me if I'm wrong on that. And I do read all the comments still. Despite getting literally over 10,000 a month. I think it's over 10,000 a month now? Something crazy like that. I haven't checked the exact number in a while. You just get in a rhythm of it and you start to forget just how many you're reading. Alright, let's drop a big group heal here. Not that I think we particularly need it. In fact, Sid needed it the most because he keeps body slamming. It does always seem weird to me in video games when they call something a body slam and it's just like someone getting body checked. Bugs me probably just because I'm a huge wrestling fan. And in pro wrestling, a body slam is usually what you refer to as scoop slam, which is not even remotely close to checking someone with your body, which would be something more like a shoulder block. And once again, that is showing the brilliance of the AI in the early game there. They really do dumb it down to make sure you do okay in the beginning of the game, but why as an archer would you charge your opponent and then not attack? Why as an archer would you ever charge the opponent in general? But, you know. So he did almost no damage there, and he exposes his side, which was not good. He exposes his side to the guy who probably hits the hardest on my team. Actually, MDB might hit a little harder with his two-handed greatsword, but it's iffy. They probably hit about the same. So animists, much like beastmasters, use instruments and bells and stuff like that as weapons. It's very strange. Some of them hit with some passable physical force. It's definitely not like a preferable weapon if you're just trying to deal damage. If you're just trying to deal damage, you'll probably go with a class that uses some kind of big sword or axe or mace. Okay, might be able to finish you off, but I kind of want to gang up on the Animus just to get him dealt with early. Yeah, he's got a shell and his protect and stuff, keeping him safe. Right, no ice, I can still keep using fire. And this'll almost be enough to finish her off. Oh hey, it was actually enough. Sweet. And he's actually going to be able to act again very soon, luckily. Fencers move pretty fast. So it's one nice thing about fencers is it's very easy to get good maneuvering on your opponent. Fencers in general are actually a very solid early game class. They teach you a lot of great abilities that are otherwise a little bit hard to learn. Alright, I probably don't need to drop a heal right now, so I'm just gonna whittle him down faster. Sid probably needs healing, but I don't think Sid's gonna get knocked down by the time we've dealt with the last two people. Shell and Protect is faded, so he's probably gonna run off and recast that. Yep. So, a cool thing about the Animus' abilities is they don't cost anything to use. At least I'm pretty sure that none of them cost anything. Let me just double check on him here. Okay, you know the thing I just said about costing nothing? I'm actually stupid and it costs something. It just didn't cost very much. So yeah, disregard what I say. I'm actually incredibly stupid and know nothing about this video game. Alright, we've basically got this one in the bag. Can't wait for us to get to the part of the game when we need to like really think out our turns, you know, episodes start taking a while. I mean, this one's taking a while, but that's just because it's multiple, I'm doing multiple missions in one episode because they're too easy. Not that I'm complaining, I mean, any game could be someone's first game, so I do kind of like that it eases you into it. Although I wouldn't be opposed to them having an option to, you know, pick at the beginning, like, a thing like, have you played one of these games before? Yes or no, and if you pick yes, it kind of eases up on the tutorial stuff a little bit, maybe makes the difficulty of what would be tutorial missions a little bit higher. I'd like that. Alright, that's it for them. Don't judge him by his size, he says as he cleaves a man half his size. 2 levels, not bad. Glass spell, eh. Battle boots, I believe, are just defense, and high potion is a decent healing item. Not that any of our guys are using items right now. Actually, you know what? Our main character might be. Alright, so we can now officially go to our first other zone. Now, I believe, right, I believe pubs in this game, each city pub shares quests, so we don't need to check every single pub once we have a big map just to find all the quests. I think sometimes main story quests will only show up in certain pubs. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure side quests are always in every pub. Our abilities mastered, we got our items, so we can check by the bazaar. Blah, blah. It was just teaching us that we can now go to the edge of the map to go somewhere else. Now, sometimes on these empty places, you can go there and something will appear. I believe it changes every month. You can see on the right screen there it says the 5th of Silver Sun at the bottom. That is the day in the month. I don't remember the order of the month, and I don't remember how many months there are, unfortunately. I think there are 20 days in a month, but I could be wrong. Might be 30. Thunder's Cry, so that's like thunder weapons. Oh, we have a D rank one we can get. Lethal Blades, that might be good. We have an Ornamented Blade, which I believe might be two-handed usually. Okay, let's see what we can get here. First there's an E rank, which is the lowest. So that would unlock, I recognize that. That is a fighter's sword. I don't need that right now. We can also get lethal blades here. D rank. It's just D rank, and that is... and does it matter which one we pick between these? Yes, okay. I think soldiers can use that, but I could be wrong. I believe it is another blade for fighters, though. I'm just kind of eyeballing it here, and let's see what we can make here. I do like this system. That is another fencer sword. I don't remember how many fencer abilities we need right now. Let's get this. Fencer and Red Mage. Okay, I can make use of that. And we have Lethal Blades, which we can still do. So let's go ahead and do it. We didn't use up anything we specifically... Oh, did we... Uh-oh. Did we, No, there's a combo I can do? Hey, there's a combo we can do. I'm just dumb. Fighter and Gladiator. Do I have any of those on my list? Yeah, I do want one guy to be a Gladiator and Master Monk. And Fighter, I don't want our main character to settle on Fighter, but he will be a Fighter for a little while. He needs it to get to another class, and until we unlock that extra class, because it's a secret quest one, he'll definitely be a Fighter until then, getting Fighter and Paladin moves. So yeah, I'm happy I got this. And do we still have the stuff for the last thing? We do! I didn't even need to be picky. Well, it's always better safe than sorry. Another Fighter and Moogle Knight. Nice! That gives Air Render and Moogle Lance, which is a very good ability. It lets you do essentially a melee attack at a short range. Normally it's only like point-blank melee range. With this, you can actually shoot from, I think, 2 or 3 tiles away, which is very useful. You actually get a lot of mileage out of that move. And considering we do plan to have a Juggler Chocobo Knight on our team, he'll probably end up being a Moogle Knight for a little while. Chocobo Knight is a secret class, I believe, but I've never played as a Chocobo Knight, and it looks like a really fun one. There are a few classes I have in this list I've never played as before. Like, I've never played as a Seer before. There are a few classes that were introduced in this game that I've never played. I've never played as a Scholar before, or an Arcanist. A lot of cool things that I'm really looking forward to. Let me just take another perusal here. Short spear, okay. It can be swung, much like someone would swing a sword, really. Ooh, for some reason that gave me a mad hankering to play Mountain Blade. Ooh, that's a good game. Mountain Blade Warband, or with Fire and Sword. A lot of people rag on Fire and Sword. I think Fire and Sword is fantastic. I do think Warband is better, though. And that Viking expansion, now that they patched the horrendous glitches out of it, man, that Viking expansion's damn good. Ooh, I gotta get streaming some Mountain Blade again soon. I'm getting the urge. And let me just check the pub again. This episode is probably running long, but let's have some fun with it. Undertake clan trials. Adjudged clans can now earn clan titles for competing in clan trials. Yeah, those give us like abilities. You know, at the beginning of a mission, how we at the beginning of a mission, we grab one of those abilities, like Power 2 or whatever. We can unlock more of those, really good ones actually, by doing clan trials, which are like special missions we can do. Yeah, these basic ones give us negotiation and whatnot. I think they might actually lower another thing as well. Could be wrong. Negotiation, aptitude, teamwork, and adaptability. Let's leave those alone for the moment. Fluffy and pink. Here are those pink flowers. scroll through that so you can read it if you want to. So those get added to our clan report. I do recommend always checking all the notices. Most of it's flavor text, but some of them actually unlock more quests in the pub. So you can see here, we have a bunch of side quests here because we haven't gone to the next town yet. There are different ranks on these to give you an idea of the relative difficulty. I believe the rank is roughly what the game thinks your level should be, your average team level. Could be wrong. Rumors. I believe rumors can unlock... I think that rumors can unlock quests, but I could be wrong. I'm just gonna scroll through these real quick. So you can pause it at any point you want to and read it if you want to. Most of this stuff is stuff I've read in the past. So, I like flavor text in games, but during a Let's Play, I think I'll end up reading it in post when I'm editing this footage together. I'll just kind of pause it while I'm doing that and watch it. Some of these are even just kind of tips, giving you ideas of things to keep in mind during battle, elemental bonuses, stuff like that. Yep, the more you contribute to a fight, the more experience you gain. That's why sometimes it's good to throw like superfluous heals and stuff, because you do get experience for it at the end. Hey, that's every rumor done. All right, well, on the next episode, we're gonna travel out of the zone. So you see how it's the 5th of Silver Sun. It only changes day when you walk to a new area. So on the next episode, we're gonna be walking to Kamoa. Until next time, have a nice day.